Hello, Keller Williams Onward Group, and I wanted to talk to you about something very, very important today. It's called the registration agreement between broker and owner. And here's why this form is important, because while people out there believe that you could just put a sign in a yard and sell it in like 15 seconds right now, it's giving people who are considering doing for sale by owner the ability to say, hey, you know what? I see what they're doing. I can do this too. Now, you and I both know that there's so much more to a real estate transaction than just putting a sign in the yard and hoping that it sells. But because we see more people deciding to try their hand at for sale by owner right now, it means that we have a special form that you need to make sure that you get filled out in the event that you are working with a for sale by owner to protect the fact that you will get paid. That form is called the registration agreement between broker and owner, and it is a Texas Realtors form. This is not a TREC form. Remember, the Texas Real Estate Commission never deals with commissions in your real estate transactions. The only time that the Real Estate Commission actually deals with commissions themselves is on the farm and ranch contract. The majority of you are not using a farm and ranch contract, so right now, just disregard any of that. In order to guarantee that you get a commission for a real estate transaction, you need to have one of three, possibly four forms. Number one is the listing agreement, or if you're representing the buyer representation agreement, or if you're representing the buyer and you have a buyer representation agreement and you want the seller to pay for the representation, you want them to pay the commission, and they're a for sale by owner, this is when this form comes into play. It is the Texas Realtors registration agreement between broker and owner. I'm going to link it right here for you so that you have it. It's also in zip forms. It's also in DocuSign. You have access to it already. Just make sure you use it. Now, how do you use this form appropriately? You present this form before you present the offer. So make sure that you have the conversation with your buyer and let them know, hey, you know, I don't want you to have to pay for the commission on this. We want the seller to go ahead and pay for it. And the way that I'm going to do that, I'm going to ask them to pay my commission before I present your offer. As long as they agree to that, if they agree to pay the commission to me, I'll go ahead and present your offer at that point in time. If they say no, they're not willing to do that, I'm going to come back to you and let them know that they've said no, because then we're going to have another discussion about who's going to pay for my compensation in this transaction. And then once we come to an agreement there, we'll go and present the offer to them. So I wanted to make sure that you know about this form and you use this form, because the last thing that I would want to happen is for you to be under transaction, under contract with somebody, thinking that you're going to be paid by the seller, and you don't get paid because we didn't have that hammered out in stone. Now, a misconception about the Texas Realtors 1 to 4 or the Texas Real Estate Commission 1 to 4 family contract is that on that last page there, it says that the blank percent will be paid, but it also states that the agreement for compensation must be in writing in a different form, on a different form, in order to guarantee commission is paid. So the contract itself never guarantees that you're getting paid. The MLS, when it's in the MLS, guarantees what you're getting paid. That's why we all see that there's a percentage in the MLS that says buyer agent commission and has that percent. Now, in the case of a for sale by owner, this is the big one right now. Make sure that you are presenting the registration agreement between broker and owner. I wanted to make sure you knew about that, y'all. Have an amazing day. And if you have any questions about this, give us a call, send us a text message, reach out to us. We're happy to help you with this. We just want to make sure that you're getting paid for all of that hard work that you're putting in. Have a great day, everyone.